This is the kind of story that brings Hollywood to a standstill. Rachel Zegler, once seen as the bright new face of Disney, is now at the center of an unfolding legal and reputational storm. Word is spreading online that after the massive failure of Disney's Snow White remake, Zegler may have completely unraveled in court. According to rumors, she's allegedly been ordered to pay back a staggering $100 million in damages. Now, none of this is confirmed, but the speculation alone has sparked massive debate. Was Rachel's controversial behavior during promotion responsible for the film's downfall? Could Disney really hold her legally accountable for the box office disaster? And if so, what happens next? Today, we're diving deep into this explosive situation. From the backlash that set it all in motion, to the wild online theories about court rulings and financial fallout, this isn't just a story about a movie. It's a revealing look at how fast the spotlight in Hollywood can turn into a courtroom interrogation. When Disney cast Rachel Zegler as Snow White, the studio was clearly betting on a new generation of talent to lead its live-action reimagining. Fresh off her breakout in West Side Story, Zegler was seen as both modern and marketable, a symbol of Disney's evolving image. But things started to fall apart before the film even hit theaters. Zegler's early interviews promoting Snow White raised eyebrows. She criticized the original story's romance, mocked the prince as a stalker, and emphasized that the remake would feature a more independent version of the classic character. While the intention may have been to update the narrative, the delivery didn't sit well with a large chunk of Disney's fan base, many of whom viewed these comments as dismissive of the story they grew up loving. What began as a few raised eyebrows quickly snowballed into a full-blown backlash. Zegler's comments made the rounds on social media, often out of context, and often paired with sarcastic or mocking captions. Hashtags like "Not My Snow White" and "Boycott Disney" surged as fans accused her of disrespecting a beloved piece of pop culture history. It wasn't just a matter of artistic disagreement, it felt personal to many. Fans felt that the film was rewriting not just a fairy tale, but decades of emotional connection. Meme compilations, critical commentary, and fan edits took over TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. What was supposed to be a nostalgic celebration had become a cultural war zone. When the movie finally arrived in theaters, the numbers were brutal. Domestically, it opened just north of 40 million, shockingly low for a film of that scale. Worldwide totals didn't offer much relief. Despite its global marketing push and brand recognition, Snow White struggled hard to gain traction. With production and marketing reportedly pushing the total budget past $250 million, Snow White quickly joined the ranks of Disney's worst-performing live-action remakes. Critics cited a lack of charm, tonal confusion, and an overly modernized script that stripped the story of its original warmth. The film's poor performance gave weight to a narrative already brewing online that Rachel Zegler's press tour and controversial persona had alienated potential audiences. This is where things take a dramatic and speculative turn. In recent days, some online outlets and forums have circulated rumors that Disney may have initiated legal action against Zegler. The suggestion that her conduct during promotion, combined with the brand damage allegedly caused by her public statements, might have violated contractual terms. According to those rumors, Disney's internal leadership reportedly convened emergency meetings after the box office numbers came in. Legal advisors were allegedly present, exploring whether clauses in Zegler's contract, particularly any related to brand image or public behavior, could be used to hold her accountable for part of the financial fallout. At the heart of the theory is the infamous morality clause, a common, though rarely enforced section in high-profile contracts that allows a studio to take action if a performer's behavior damages the company's reputation. Now let's be clear, as of now, no court records or official statements confirm that Rachel Zegler has been legally ordered to pay Disney back a cent, let alone $100 million. This is all purely speculative based on circulating rumors and online theorizing. That said, the idea has captured public attention because of what it represents, a larger conversation around accountability in entertainment. Could studios start holding stars financially responsible for the commercial success or failure of their films? Could comments in press tours, social media posts, or public behavior actually trigger legal consequences? These questions are gaining traction, and Zegler has become the unintentional poster child for the debate. Even if no lawsuit is ever filed, Rachel Zegler's real punishment may come in the form of perception. In Hollywood, public image is everything. If a studio senses that casting an actor might hurt their film's reception, that actor becomes a risk, no matter how talented they are. If Rachel is now seen as someone who turns audiences away instead of bringing them in, that perception could follow her for years. Already there are rumors that Disney has pulled her from future projects. Deals might be quietly dissolved, offers may dry up, Zegler may not have lost in a courtroom, but in the court of public opinion? That's another story entirely. Disney itself seems to be shifting gears behind the scenes. Reports suggest internal restructuring, scaled-back live-action plans, and a renewed focus on audience sentiment. The Snow White disaster appears to have prompted the studio to rethink not just the film, but its entire approach to classic reboots. Insiders hint at new media training protocols, tighter control over press appearances, and possibly reevaluated casting strategies. The Rachel Zegler situation, fair or not, may change how talent is handled in the years ahead. So what happens next for Rachel Zegler? She could step back for a while, regroup, and return in smaller, critically focused projects, a classic route for stars trying to rebuild their brand. Indie films, theater, and character roles could allow her to regain credibility without the pressure of fronting a major franchise. Or she could double down. She could defend her perspective, reshape her narrative, and reassert her place in the industry on her own terms. But one thing is clear, the version of Rachel Zegler who is meant to be Disney's next big thing, that chapter has likely closed. This situation is bigger than one actress or one movie. It's about a changing industry where audience expectations are louder, cancel culture moves faster, and PR missteps cost real money. Hollywood is no longer just about talent, it's about alignment, with brands, with fan bases, with narratives. And as studios try to walk the tightrope between progress and nostalgia, the people at the center, like Rachel Zegler, are often caught in the crossfire. Whether she's being unfairly blamed or genuinely misstepped, Zegler's story has become a modern-day Hollywood fable, a lesson about tone, timing, and the cost of disconnecting from the people who buy the tickets. At the end of the day, no one really knows what's happening behind closed doors, but the speculation speaks volumes. The whispers of courtroom drama and massive payback might not be based in fact, but they reflect something real. A growing frustration from audiences and studios alike about how stories are told and who gets to tell them. Is Rachel Zegler done in Hollywood? Or is this just a rough chapter in a longer story? Let us know what you think in the comments. Should Disney share more of the blame? Or did Rachel overstep? This has been Celebrity Corner. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the latest Hollywood chaos. Until next time, thanks for watching.